Hey, what's up, guys? In this video, we're going to recap all the important news that happened in this past week. And get this, we're going to go back in time with this really cool time traveling watch that I just found outside. And it's all so I can get the best news for you. I think this is how it works. Whoa, this thing's awesome. Anyways, let's get into our news. The US Treasury yields have exploded up in price, causing people to care way more about US Treasury bonds than normal. Now, although these prices have gone down just a little bit, they're still on a bullish trend and are expected to keep rising. As time goes on, you might want to start considering buying some Treasury bonds because the yield prices are just going to keep going up and up and up. That seems to be all for today's news. Let's move on to Tuesday's news. Whoa, thanks for the hat. Anyways, on Tuesday, the Federal Bureau of Labor Statistics released the annual March Consumer Price Index. And what the Consumer Price Index does is basically just measure inflation and how much prices went up. Currently, right now, we're on track for another year of 6 to 7% inflation. That's insane! And even worse, for 2023, they're projecting even more inflation than we're already having now. If you're worried about inflation like me, well, then I can help you out with my content. But in short, there's basically a whole bunch of ways that you can protect your money from inflation, such as Treasury Inflation Protected Services, you can put your money in I-bonds, or you could even just try to pick the best stocks or even bonds. Well, that looks like all of Tuesday's news, so let's move on. How do I get this thing to work? Whoa, what is this place? I'm in like the dark? It's all just like pitch black. Well, I guess that means that there's just no news for Wednesday. I guess let's just move on. Let me see if I can find this thing. Where did this thing even send me? Anyways, on Thursday, the mortgage rates climbed all the way up to 5%. That's an 11-year high. That's crazy. And if you're worried like me, then you should keep up to date with all my content. Because I not only go over real estate news, I also go over every other kind of financial news you could think of. But to keep things short and sweet just for you, you should be very careful with what you're investing in right now, especially if it's a company that makes a lot of money from real estate. Because the higher these mortgage rates go, the less people are going to want to buy not only homes, but also buildings for their businesses. Anyways, let's get out of this weird place. Whoa, well, I guess the markets were closed because of Passover. I hope you had a great Passover if you celebrated it. Anyways, let's see if we can get back to the present. Whoa, it looks like we're back in present time now. Anyways, now that we're back, let's go over some major news that has been going on all week and it'll heavily affect your investments. Starting off bold, we have the war with Russia and Ukraine. Now this war has been affecting everything in the market, but more importantly, it's affecting oil prices. Unfortunately, because the world gets most of its oil from Russia, and Russia's not being very nice right now, oil prices just keep going up and up and up and up. And hopefully soon there will be some sort of decline in oil. And hopefully this war stops so the markets can kind of go back to normal. Another super crazy thing is that China is doing another lockdown for COVID. Now what this means is that there's going to be a lot of supply chain issues because most of China is completely shut down right now. So prepare your investments for that. Anyways, that's all the important news for this week, and I hope I helped you out with your investments.